Yep, you seen the title in the thumbnail. We're doing a honey garlic glazed pork loin. Man, this baby is delicious and it's juicy. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do it. Get in your kitchen, let's go. All right guys, let's do a quick rundown of what we have for today's recipe. Back here we have our boneless pork loin back here. We have some Brussels sprouts chopped right here. Also we have diced potatoes here. We're gonna cook this along with our pork loin, trying to make a complete meal with this here particular recipe. We have some Dijon mustard, minced garlic, these 3 dishes, olive oil, soy sauce, honey, and right here we have a mixed spice rub with some thyme, rosemary, salt, pepper, and some paprika. So these are the ingredients. Let's get to it. So guys, in this particular video, we're gonna use our Inkbird Thermometer. And guys, I'm gonna show you how to get this baby set up. This is the thermometer here. The first thing you wanna do is you wanna download the app. And as you can see, I've downloaded the app. We're gonna hit this plus sign here in the corner. We're gonna find our thermometer, which is the INT 11P-B. We're gonna hit that. It's looking for it, it's found it. We're gonna confirm it. Now we're ready to get this baby set up, all right? So let's go ahead and continue with the recipe. We're gonna talk more about this later on in the recipe as we start cooking our pork loin, okay? The first thing we're gonna do is we're going to add our Brussels sprouts and our potatoes in a bowl like this. We're gonna add a little olive oil here like that. And you can take a spoon or your hands and you can mix it around like this. And we're also gonna add a little salt here. Don't wanna add too much. A little pepper, just to give these veggies a little flavor, get them mixed around. All right, so we're just gonna sit this aside. You can put it in the refrigerator or sit it aside and we're gonna come back to that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our pork loin, we're gonna add some olive oil, and we're gonna brush it over the top like this. Gonna flip that baby over. Now I cut some diagonal slits in it in the top like that so we can get that seasoning in there. We're gonna add the remainder of that olive oil over the top like that. Gonna get that moved around all over that. Get that baby massaged in. All right, now we're gonna take our rub. We're gonna sprinkle it over like this. And we're gonna get that rubbed in here like this. Gonna flip that baby over. Same thing to the other side. All right, that's looking good to me. Let's head over to our stove and we're gonna get this baby seared up, all right? All right, so now we're gonna take a cast iron skillet. We're gonna heat that skillet till it gets hot. You'll start to see it smoking around the bottom just a little bit. Once you see it smoking, you wanna add your olive oil and you're gonna let that heat up for about another 10 to 15 seconds. Reduce your heat to around a medium heat. And we're gonna drop our pork loin in here. And we're gonna let that cook about 3 to 5 minutes per side, give it a nice sear. Look at that nice sear right here. That's what we're looking for. All right, guys, it looks like we're pretty good. Let's take a look at what we have on this side. We have a nice sear on this side. Take a look at that. Let's head back over to our cutting board. Add our pork loin right here. Let's go ahead and kind of switch the position of our pork loin. Show you what we're about to do. We'll add an empty bowl here. All right, so let's start preparing our honey glaze. We're gonna add our Dijon mustard here, along with our soy sauce, our honey, and our minced garlic. And let's not forget a tablespoon of olive oil. And we're gonna get that mixed up like this. Take a look at that. All right, we're gonna reserve a couple of tablespoons of this sauce. Now we're gonna move this aside. We're gonna turn our pork background like this. So now we're gonna start basting our pork loin with our honey glaze. But before we do that, let's talk about our Inkbird BBQ Thermometer. The Inkbird BBQ Thermometer is the perfect thermometer for your cooking needs, and it's the first truly wireless barbecue thermometer. This thermometer is wire-free for continuous monitoring. It automatically stores 30 minutes of data, so no need to worry about any of your data being lost. It has 2-in-1 temperature sensors with high accuracies that measures internal and ambient temperatures simultaneously. The design is simple and sleek, which makes it sturdy, durable, and easy to insert without damaging. The charge can last up to 25 hours at high temperatures. The case itself is a charging deck, repeater, and storage box. The wireless control via the Inkbird app allows monitoring so you can cook with ease. So I'm gonna leave a link to this product in the video description below so you guys can go check it out. And trust me, you want to own this thermometer. Let's get back to cooking. All right, guys, to get started, what we're gonna do, I've already preheated our oven to 350 degrees. I'm putting mine in my Paris Rome toast oven. We're gonna take our Inkbird barbecue thermometer, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick it here, of course, the middle part of the meat, all the way to the center, because that's where you wanna check your temperature at. All right, so now we're gonna go to our Inkbird app, and as you can see, we added our device. I'm gonna click the device. Right now we got it set on chicken. We're gonna change that target, and we're cooking pork. So we're gonna add pork. The internal temperature on pork is 145. That's when it's done. I'm gonna move that baby up just around 148. 49 is fine. That'll work for me. So now we're gonna hit complete. And as you can see, our target temperature is 149. Our ambient temperature, which is outside here in this kitchen, is 93. And the internal temperature of our pork is 84 because we just pulled it off the stove. So now let's go ahead and continue, but just real quick, guys, if you want to change the temperature settings from Fahrenheit to Celsius, you can do that. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. All right, so now we're going to take our honey glaze and we're going to brush this over our pork like this. Now I'm gonna stick this in my toaster oven on the roast setting. We're gonna let this roast for 25 minutes, then we're gonna pull it back out, all right? And while our pork is cooking, I can monitor the temperature right here from my phone, no matter where I'm at in my house. If you're outside on the balcony, you're barbecuing it on the grill, you can keep track of your temperature. To me, this is a great feature. That way I don't have to be running back and forth trying to stick a thermometer in it to see if it's the right temperature. I could just monitor it on my phone while I'm doing something else. As you can see, it went up 2 degrees already. So guys, definitely check the link out in the video description below for this Inkbird barbecue thermometer. So while we're waiting on our roast to complete its first 25 minutes, we're gonna take our Brussels sprouts and potatoes and that honey glaze that we reserved. We're just gonna add it over the top just like this. We're gonna get it mixed up. All right, that's looking good right there. Now the first 25 minutes of our loin is done. Let's pull it out of our toast oven. Let's bring it back over here to our cutting board. All right, guys, so take a look at our loin right here. I'm gonna bring our app over. Our Inkbird thermometer is right here. Now it's registering at 117 degrees. So we still got more time. Of course, we're about to add our veggies here. We'll add some of them over here. And if we get a few here on the side, that'll work too. And this is looking good already. Now we're gonna take some more of our honey glaze and we're gonna do some more basting. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do now is a very important step because we still have about another 25 to 30 minutes left to cook this baby, but we don't wanna burn the top of our pork loin. So what you wanna do is you wanna take a piece of aluminum foil and you just want enough to cover it. That's a little bit just to cover the top, kind of like that, all right? So we're gonna stick this back in here for another 25 to 30 minutes or until that internal temperature reaches 149, 150. Between 145 and 150, that's what we want. All right, we don't want it overcooked. We don't like no dry meats. All right, let's get it back in the toaster oven. Guys, as you can see, we're at 149 degrees. Your alarm goes off, says end cooking. You can turn your toaster or your oven off, says cooking is complete. Let's end that to kill that noise. So now we're at 149 degrees. We had about 3 minutes left. We're still gonna pull it out because that's where I want it at 149 degrees. So let's pull our pork loin out. All right, guys, look at what we have. Our pork loin, it is ready. We're gonna check our veggies to see if they're softened like we want them. Oh man, look at that. Look at that Brussels sprout. Oh man. We're gonna let our pork loin rest for about 10 minutes before we cut into it, and we're gonna come back. All right, we're back here, quality control. I'm gonna bring our pork loin to the front of the congregation along with our Brussels sprouts and potatoes. Guys, this is a meal. I'm just gonna start with the Brussels sprout. Man, I love me some Brussels sprout. Oh man, let's get some of these potatoes in here. And for the main attraction, dun 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 dun. Oh. This pork, juicy. Oh man. Guys, listen, it's very important that when you're cooking meats that you don't overcook it. It doesn't matter what type of seasoning you got on it, it's gonna dry it out and it's gonna lose its flavor. So make sure that you always cook your meats to the right temperature. And I'm gonna tell you, you know how we got there? We got there with that Inkbird BBQ Thermometer. Guys, you need this in your kitchen. I'm gonna leave a link to this thermometer in the video description below, because you best believe every time I'm cooking some meats, I got my Inkbird, and you better get yours. So you already know who I am, all wings, everything. And remember, I'm not a chef, I just cook a lot, and now I'm out. Peace.